Hey, what is up, y'all? This is Alex from +3 TCG, and today I'm coming at y'all with an updated deck profile for Kozmos. Fire King Kozmos to be exact, because one, that is my favorite version of the deck because it's the most combo heavy of the versions, and two, it has arguably the highest ceiling of all of the Kozmo variants. Now you can play the True King variant as well with a diagram. I think that's adding a little bit too much to the deck, trying to do too much with the addition of potential bricks. So with that in mind, let's just get into the Fire King Kozmo deck profile. Of course, we are at 3 Dark Destroyers, so we are playing 3 Dark Destroyer. Gotta love it, there's not much explanation needed here. Untargetable ship, pop stuff. Can combo off popping itself and do really cool stuff. Glad to see it back at 3. 1 Kozmo Forerunner because we just need the big ship names. Most of these combos involve either getting to a big ship or getting to multiple big ships with Fire King Island. And that's why we're playing Landwalker. Now, it does seem kind of counterintuitive because we do need big ships in order for our combos to go off. So you would think we want to play more, but it often can brick us. So we're trying to play the sweet spot as far as big ships are concerned. And I think these 5 big ships are enough because you are also kind of relying on opening up one of these ships. You just need a ship to float down as well as a big ship. So we're playing 3 Slip Rider because it goes in unison with popping Kozmo Town as well as popping your Fire King Island. Because there are times where you can just open up like 2 certain ships and a Fire King Island and still get out like a Lamphornicus or Decode Talker Infinity or Lamphornicus, Ib and an Infinity, and that's a pretty nasty combo. We're also playing 2 Delta Shuttle. You'll see where we're playing 2 Delta Shuttle later on. You could get away with just playing 1, but in this build I think 2 is pretty good. I want to need more testing to figure it out. It does brick at times, but you kind of need to see a ship, and that is why we're playing 2, because not only is this a combo piece, but it is a ship so that it can float down. 2 Dark Lady. We'll get into while we're playing 2 of these. Might seem optimal to just play 1, but 2 is good. 3 Sword Troopers. Absolutely amazing. You can run yourself pretty low on life points with this card because you have to pay 1,000, but you can summon this back, and I think that's very relevant. Only 1 Farm Grill. You really shouldn't be utilizing this unless you're trying to go for game, or I guess there are times where you can sneak in some damage and then search out a Dark Destroyer and maintain some board advantage with that. Even though you may not be going plus all the time. Well, you're getting a +1 with this. You may not always be going plus as far as card advantage goes, but as long as you can maintain a non-targetable big ship, it can sometimes get you there. 2 Strawman. This is a sweet spot. Hasn't changed since the beginning of Master Rule 4, and still hasn't changed. You don't really want to see this card. You just want to special summon it with the ships that you pop off of Fire King Island. And then playing 3 Tin Can to wrap up the Kozmo lineup. This is an amazing starter card. If you just see it by itself, it's not the greatest because this is a combo deck, so you don't want to just see Tin Can. However, if you do see it, it can get your combos started. Maybe not even combo started, it can get you the cards you need, ideally big ships. And then we're playing the 2 bricks, Avatar Arvada and Garunix. Arvada can be a negate as long as you open up a Garunix. Other than that, though, you might want to play. You could play the other level 4 because it has some utility. I think they both have their utility. Let me know down in the comment section below which you think is better, or if you just think you should play 1 Baby Chicken. I don't think that's good because if you draw this, your whole engine is dead. 3 Ash Blossom. Another reason that the Arvada is good is you have to pop another fire monster in order to negate a monster's effect. So here's your fire monster. And then our other 2 hand traps are 2 impermanents. Wrapping that up. Then we're playing 3 Kozmo Town. Old school, cool Kozmo Town. This can be bricky at times, but you just need to see a field spell. You need to see ideally both field spells. If you can see both field spells and a ship, you're usually pretty good at that point. And that's why we're maximizing on the Fire King Islands as well. So we're playing 3 Kozmo Town, 3 Fire King Island. It's just the field spell you would ideally see even over Kozmo Town, but you don't mind playing so many Kozmo Town because you're playing 2 terraforming and a set rotation. You can give them the Kozmo Town and then pop it, and you get your search, which is pretty good. And then the reason we're playing multiples of the darks that I was talking about, so we're playing 3 Allure of Darkness. I think that brings us to 11 total darks. So similar to, like, I guess the theory I'm going with for Allure is that similar to Thunder Dragons, where they're playing like 10 to 11 to 12 darks. This is playing around the same amount of darks, so why not play 3 Allure? And the darks that we can afford to banish, Sword Trooper, that's why we're playing 3 of these, playing 2 Dark Lady, 2 Delta Shuttle. You can get away with playing those because we are playing 3 Allure. So it's worked so far in some of the combos now. You do need a pretty specific hand, and almost all, well, not all, every single combo involves having a field spell. So if you don't have a field spell, you don't necessarily, you don't get to combo off, and that is kind of where the problem lies with the deck, is if you don't have a field spell. That's why we're maximizing. So we're playing 6 copies of each field spell, essentially. We just need to see the field spell. On to the extra deck now. Lamphornicus, because this card is the staple card to go into. You can make boards of Lamphornicus, Ib, and then an Infinity, which is pretty spicy. So there are those 2 cards. Spot removal, this isn't happening much. Unicorn, Phoenix, Decode Talker is happening more times than not. You can go just Decode Talker and Infinity, or just Lamphornicus and Infinity. Triple Burst Dragon for stuff that you like, back-row decks, or really just for Sky Strikers. Your matchup isn't the greatest against Sky Strikers because it's kind of it's a combo deck and you need some pretty specific cards, but all your big ships are untargetable, so that's really good. Trisbane for the back row decks, and Bulbasaur for the OTKs. This happens sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. Leviair is an integral part of the combo, and I absolutely think it's I think it's necessary. It is necessary to play this card. So playing just 1. You could play 2 if you want. I could see where sometimes that might come up, but if you're going into a second Leviair, man, you are in a crazy position where you were allowed to extend to some pretty crazy means. Break Sword can come in clutch sometimes, where you are popping your own field spell, but more times than not, you can go into Grand Pulse to pop your own field spell, and that can get you there. Usually by the time you're making this, you are trying to pop Kozmo Town so that you can send that and get your ad. And then for the rank 5s, we're playing Volcasaurus, because this is great going second, or just trying to go for game. Or by game, I mean you're in time, because you can usually do a lot of damage with this, because you just do the burn damage, whatever the attack is. Pleiades, because it's Pleiades, you can make it fairly easily. And then the Infinity package, because this is the main reason you're playing Fire King Island Cosmos, is because you can utilize these really good rank 5s, these really powerful effects to your advantage, and not many of the other Cosmo versions can effectively utilize these cards, and that is why I like the high ceiling of this version, and I think you should give it a test. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below, y'all. This is Alex +3 TCG. Sign out.